Get your art on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host Saieed Ali, consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. For those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you that have properties to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also contact me. 3391670. You can call my office 237-3135. I want to say a special good night to you viewers. Now, over the weekend, our commissioner have been conducting exercise throughout Trinidad. Exercise called pushback. He is letting the criminal elements to know that we are coming after you. But I have a thing, and I would like to ask about it. Now, TTPS have held 3 individuals, according to reports over the weekend, that they have held 3 gang leaders. After 72 hours of being in custody, they were released without being charged. Now, viewers, this is news in depth. This is news where you call in and voice your concern. This is a show where your opinion matters because you are a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. Because when time to vote, each and every one of you over the age of 18, your index finger is very, very important to a government party or to the government that will win the election. Now, according to TTPS, they have held 3 gang leaders, and they were released after 72 hours. So I want to ask this question, and I want you, the viewers, to call in 237-3135. My question is, how do you charge a gang leader under the anti-gang legislation? How do you do that? Because according to TTPS and the public of Trinidad and Tobago, we understand where the gang leaders are. We understand that as citizens of Trinidad. So I want to ask now our Commissioner of Police, how do we charge a gang leader under the anti-gang legislation? That is what I want to know. Because let me tell you something. If someone commits a murder 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, or 2 months, you will hold an individual and you will say to the public that we have charged John Doe for the murder of John Doe. My good friend Faris Al-Rawi and his cabinet, they were swift to push the anti-gang legislation. It had to be done. It had to be done. In order to fix crime, it had to be done. You all got the majority. Legislation was passed, bill was passed. Good. So I am wondering, in my natural sense now, how do we charge a gang leader? What sort of evidence do we need in order to convict this gang leader? That is my question. That is my question. Because if the TTPS recognize individuals as gang leaders in Trinidad and Tobago, how is it that they were not charged under this legislation or under this bill? 72 hours. 72 hours. And not one charges. So who are the gang leaders in Trinidad and Tobago? This is what I want to know now. Since the TTPS recognize individuals as gang leaders, how do we go about charging them? I want to know. And I wish some high-end officer could call in, or some big-time lawyer could call in and inform the public concerning this. Because not only myself, but citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, they are also wondering how these alleged gang members are not charged. But you all will charge other individuals for crime. Caller, good night. Caller, are you there? Hello? I want to know. Somebody call in. Tell the public of Trinidad and Tobago what I am asking. Caller, are you there? Because it's sad. It's sad to know all these massive raids. Sealot, Beetham, Lavantil, Port of Spain, La Romaine. This is what I want to know. Are they untouchable? Are they untouchable, Mr. Gary? Are they too big? Because I want to know. And I'm definitely sure the public wants to know also. It is alleged that gang leaders are known to the TTPS. What are you waiting on? What are you hoping to achieve? Because you will gather information upon information upon information upon information, and nothing is being done. Nothing, absolutely nothing is being done. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Hello? Hello, I can hardly hear you.
I want to hear that spiritual group. I would like a number to call you.
Caller, thank you for calling, but I can hardly hear you. Guys, I'm getting a feedback on the audio outside. Caller, good night. Hello? You see, if you all continue going on raids, and I want to stress on this tonight, because over the weekend there, according to reports, you all held them. You all held them. I don't really care who want to talk about it, But our commissioner said nobody's above the law. And if the gang leaders are known to TTPS, why are you all not acting? Why the legislation? Why the legislation? Why you all push this? To do what? I want to know. Trinidad and Tobago wants to know. Is it because they are too big? They are too known? They are notorious? They are untouchable? Is it because they have big individuals in their back pocket? This is what I want to know. Because if Allah cannot charge gang leaders, how do you all expect to fix crime in Trinidad? Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Charlie.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, the legislation that they passed to arrest gang leaders is not in order. If it was working together with the evidence that they had on these people and them, of course they would have been convicted. But there has to be something with the legislation and something to do with the evidence that they have as proof for these people that they call gang leaders.
Thank you, my friend. Okay. So our AG pushed. He pushed the anti-gang legislation. So if the AG knew that there had to be other attachments to it, other articles, why didn't he put it into place the very same time? Why didn't he do it? Why would you pass something that have no meaning? Why? Did you do that just to show to the public that you got a legislation passed? Because Trinidad and Tobago wants to know why and how gang members are not charged. Don't expect to catch them in some big deal. Don't expect to catch them with a huge quantity of money or guns or cocaine. Caller, good night. Caller, are you there? When I saw this over the weekend, I was like, what? All that massive raid, all those big exercise, and that's it? Caller, go right ahead.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead, sir.
Yes, I just want to commend your effort for
Thank
this afternoon, your contribution. No, everybody just talking about the situation, but nobody highlights the problem like you do. Need more people like you to go out there and highlight all the criminal elements that are out there.
Thank you, my friend. Caller, good night. You see, this is the thing that people looking at and wondering. Viewers are stressing on this, you know. Are stressing on this tonight. The last time it had a SOE, individuals end up suing the state. Individuals end up suing the state. I am one of them, will get the hammer and nail it. Like I said, I don't care who's afraid to talk, you know. I am one individual, ain't shutting my mouth. And we have Mr. Stuart Young, Minister of National Security now, would come out and say now, nothing is wrong if we hold them and we let them go back. We hold them for questioning. You holding a gang leader for questioning? Alleged gang leader for questioning? This is where outside ministers of national security would look down on Trinidad and Tobago and the ministers and call them puppets on string. Puppet on string. After what I saw weekend went, I decided to hammer that tonight. How do we get the roads safe? How do you get the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago safe if you cannot hold a gang leader or you cannot dismantle a gang? Sign your paper and go home. Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
Go right ahead.
Good work. Said, you know what you say, you're really hitting the nail on its head. You have a Minister of National Security come in, blaming a government pass. When would this blame game done? What was Cedric Burkey doing with Marlene McDonald? I'm talking about a platform, Kamla and bring somewhere in La Hoqueta. But this is the President's house. You have an MP bringing somebody in the President's house. And PNM is now coming to say about affiliation with criminal gangs. What kind of nonsense? Why don't they stop campaigning and rule the country? If you can't rule the country, get the hell out and call election now. All of them is the same kind of thing. Only campaigning from the time they come. It is disgusting. We're fed up here. The Prime Minister ride on every one of his ministers, only blaming UNC. They said they had no money. Where they had money for all these mega projects and all they're doing? Why don't they stop lying and behave as professionals? As far as I am concerned, the Prime Minister is not Prime Minister material. None of the ministers are ministerial material. They are only a pack of jokers. They cannot run a country and people are suffering. Mr. Prime Minister, please do the honorable thing. People are suffering. Call the election now. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Guys, fix the audio. You see, like myself and others, people want to know. Was pushback just a show? I want to know, was it just a show to show the public, Commissioner, that you're working? I want to know. I want to know, just like how these men could walk out after 72 hours. Where is all the officers that acknowledge we have captured gang leaders? Oh, all of them work on a weekend? You all don't work on a weekend? Because I want to know. Because after 72 hours, people just walk. They just walk. And we have Mr. Burkey now telling media houses that the TTPS abused their authority by walking into his house, one of his property, and demanding that his daughter pull off the sheet and get off the bed. According to Burkey, they knew they were coming at my house. Burkey, his son, and another member was held and released. So I want to know now, who is protecting who? This is what I want to know. Who is in who back pocket? I tell you, I ain't afraid, you know. But when you're coming wrong, me come good, you know. Because when I smell a rat 2-3 days up in front, you rock like cheese. And when they go in a trap, they snap. How do you fix crime? if you cannot charge a gang leader? How do you fix it? How do we fix that? Shifting from that a little bit, viewers. Now listen to this. A 70-year-old man was charged. Listen to this carefully here. 70-year-old man on 2 accounts charged for rape of a 12-year-old girl. 12 years. Well, I hope Papi comfortable now. I really hope he's comfortable where he is. How do we go forward? How do we go forward? Over the weekend, demonstrate that we can't go forward. I am telling you all. It demonstrated that we can't go forward. Because it's sad. It's sad to know you're having people there who all recognize. And it's like, all I just don't care. I just don't care. I am definitely sure that that left Trinidad and Tobago shocked. Shocked it left Trinidad and Tobago. So everybody's wondering who's protecting who. All they could do is get warrants, raid houses. If you get, you get. If you ain't get, you ain't get. This is where we go in. We want to bring in other laws from other countries. Let's studying gas price in other countries. Let's studying tax laws from other countries. And to fix a problem right here, we can't fix it. We can't. I tell you, I'm stressing on it tonight. Because I am amazed, just like Trinidad and Tobago. So I wonder, why the law? Why the law? I know this one hitting hard, you know. This one hitting very hard. Now, I do commend our commissioner for the effort that he is making. But lawmakers, legislation makers, you all need to sit. You all need to come together. If Trinidad and Tobago have to be a crime-free state or a crime-free country, you all need to come together. You definitely need to come together. Otherwise, we ain't going to make it. Take what I tell you now, we ain't going to make it. After tonight, who vex? Because I here to talk the truth and to let the public know what is taking place. That is why I am here. Right? Shifting a little bit from that, viewers, a Palseco man, 48 years of age, was swindled out of $10,000 under the pretense that he would get a job in an oil company in Point 14. Now this individual was outsmarted twice. Once was 4,000, he paid an individual through Western Union. And the second time was 6,000, where he also paid through Western Union. All he have is the slip where he paid the money. Viewers, be aware of scams that is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago, especially to get house, to get you in Petrotrin, hospitals. Be aware, because let me tell you something, I have seen some fraud scandal hit Trinidad. I was like, wow. I was like, wow. Just recently a lady called me, Saeed, I was scammed of money over Facebook. Over Facebook. She was sending cash to someone in I think it's Africa or Ghana. And she called me, she said, Saeed, how can you help me concerning this matter? Make a report to Fraud Squad. And that is all you can do. She sent bills for me, Saeed. Bills of gold chain and cash that she sent away. She ended up being the victim. So viewers, please be aware of when you are sending money for jobs to people in different countries, especially over Facebook. Please be aware. There are a lot of scams. A lot. It's sad to know that you're not educated about fraud in Trinidad and Tobago. It's sad. Because people will do any and everything scandalous to make money. Everything. From checking, to skimming, to work, Facebook profile, advertising cars on Facebook for sale, when it goes a big scheme. So you have to be very careful when you are sending money for individuals. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but stay locked on. This is Real Talk. I am Saieed Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Now recently, Swim Call asked the public of Trinidad and Tobago to pay for disposal of garbage. And we see videos surfacing all the time of people dumping rubbish. All over Trinidad, people dumping rubbish. So when Swim Call asked now, it became a problem to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Look at this. They had no problem in dumping garbage anywhere. Is that a dump? Definitely not, because you could see a mirror right next to the truck. You could see a mirror right next to the truck, and the individual show no such thing as he cared. He just dumped it. So sometimes when I find flood come and the river back up, you just want to know what's going on. You just want to know what's going on. But I do hope he is caught and charged. Concerning the incident that happened over the weekend with the little baby that was burnt, the parent is asking for a second autopsy. Now, it is sad to know what took place over the weekend. It is very, very sad to know that this incident had to happen. This would tell the people, the parents of Trinidad and Tobago, to be more aware. My condolences to the family. I hope that parents in Trinidad and Tobago would be more aware of when you're having your son or your daughter in the vehicle. I have voice notes that I got, but I choose not to play it tonight because, you know, sharing this and the family going through all that grief, it's sad. It really is sad. So parents, please be aware of what is taking place concerning your kids around you. Now, switching from everything, viewers. Switching from everything now. In Trinidad, we have a lot of illegal immigrants coming into the country. In Canada, I believe it's the Prime Minister, is a population a little over 34 million people. And they are welcoming immigrants to their country. They would hope to achieve over 1 million immigrants in 3 years. That is what they are hoping for. Just over 1 million immigrants in 3 years. What does that say? The country is moving forward. They are asking for labor. That is what they are asking for. Labor. Why? They are demanding labor. Why they are demanding labor? It's because there is progress. There is a demand for labor. So which means the country is going up. Not like us down here. And I'm definitely sure these immigrants will be documented. They will be documented to enhance the work in Canada. And that is so good. That is so good. All the ministers have to do in Trinidad is to document them. Let them pay their taxes and let them live among the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And that is following the law of the land. So all these Venezuelans that come in, document them. Guyana is doing that. Guyana is doing that. Why? So more tax will be collected. More revenue and increase. But in Trinidad, it's a different thing. Sometimes I just wonder if they're smart enough. Serious. I just wonder if they're smart enough to know what's going on. It's not about just calling a press conference and you're releasing information, and when you do check, you have to hold a next one now to cover up for this one. I do see it. I don't know how many of you does see it, but I do see it. I acknowledge it when I see it. You know, Mr. Young was talking about our border patrols. For years now, our border patrol have been unprotected. For years now. And it doesn't matter what they do, it's like it still remains unprotected. It still remains unprotected. Because guns coming in, cocaine coming in, individuals coming in, contraband coming in, animal coming in, and for somehow, we can't put a chain around the border to lock it. Somehow that cannot happen. I tell you tonight, I'm vexed, you know. I'm vexed tonight, you know. Why I'm vexed? Because we have ministers coming out and making foolish statements. Foolish statements. And while you're making your statements, you're still blaming a former party 4 years back. That's the sad part. 4 years back, you're still blaming presently. Oh God, forget them. How much time people have to tell all you, forget them. You all are the present ministers. You can't expect a former minister to come and fix it 4 years down the line. Boy, and it's like their head like it's hard. Like they're hard. Now, on another note now, Stuart Young now is blaming the UNC party now for supporting criminals. Now listen to this. How many raids have took place over this last 4 years if Gary Griffith were not our present Commissioner of Police? How many raids took place? I want to know. I want to know. I said tonight I hitting hard, you know. I hitting hard tonight, you know, because I'm vexed. You can't come out in a media briefing 4 years after and say the former government supporting criminals when always the one who passed the bill. How many raids did TTPS do for the last 4 years? How much? How much massive raids? Like what we are seeing presently now. How much? I want to know. Tonight is Mash Up Monday, you know. It's Mash Up Monday tonight. Thank God our commissioner have been selected. And the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the individuals and them are seeing progress a little bit. But our Minister of National Security wants to go back to the former UNC ministers. You can't. Let me tell you something. All of my come out of power and still blame UNC. It's not about the former party. always remember it's about you. Whether it's the AG, whether it's the Minister, whether it's the Minister of National Security, whether it's education, whether it's health, it's all about you, because you are sitting down in the seat presently. You are sitting on the seat presently, nobody else. You see, all again, this and no other shows, you know. In depth, you know. Because I hit the hammer direct on the nail head. And this is where you could call in and voice your opinion. If I am wrong, I am wrong. I will say I am wrong on national television. I'm big enough to do that. But to know you're hitting, and I sit down and you're taking it. And then they will come out now. Every minister will come out and say, we have information. That's all you could say. We have information. How much information you need to lock up somebody? How much information again you need to lock up a gang leader? How much information you need again to go after a minister that is in corruption, into deals? How much information? Because since you all went into power, all you do is gather information. 4 years now, well, still gathering information. I just get information and come and bust it on here. I just reveal information to the public. So you tell me how much more information? Many were held with drugs and guns in pushback exercise. How many of them are repeat offender? How many? And you know what? Today Monday, by Wednesday, half of them outside. With another one added to the rap sheet. Another one. Now, we're switching a little bit, viewers. Over the weekend, we all know was PAN. Now, people have been complaining they are paying $350 and $400 for a ticket to go into PAN, to go in the North Stand. But it was a different story when they reached there. So many of them are demanding their money back because it cost the government a little over $4 million to erect the North Stand and dismantle it. And we have people now, individuals who went to sit down and take in PAN in the North Stand. Aggravated because they can't enjoy the PAN that they paid their $350 to $400 for. So it's sad. Now NCC is asking for nearly $100 million to support Carnival. And over the weekend, Gypsy was in a meeting with some band leaders. He had to leave and run. He had to leave and run from that meeting. Gypsy had to leave the meeting and run. I feel it's a joke. I surely didn't know that. Viewers, we are in for a short commercial break, but stay locked on. This is Real Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on youtube.com and TT Real Talk on facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. You see, tonight, viewers, I decided to come out and lash. Because my director was asking, Saieed, how come nobody ain't calling? Now listen this. You see, when you hear a carpenter have a hammer and he going at a nail head, everybody just watch to see if he hitting hard or he missing. And tonight is very tense. Because I didn't come out tonight to expect phone lines to be lighted up. I come out tonight to talk about the incident that happened over the weekend. That is what I set myself for tonight. And I know Trinidad, I know Tobago, I know the Caribbean, they are listening because they are watching our ministers make themselves puppet. You go tell me for a big minister, it is okay, national security, it is okay to hold an individual and let him go where you hold the individual for in the first place. Tell me. For questioning? Questioning of what? Who is the killer for John Doe? Where the guns coming? Where the cocaine coming? Where the marijuana gone? How much who get what? No. You can't be a minister and come and tell me that. You cannot say it's okay to hold a bandit and then let him go. Which other ministers in other country you would hear that from? You tell me. That is why we're going down a slope. We're going down a slope. When these set of fellas, the 5 fishermen were hauled from Moruga, our national security minister come out and say we have information that we cannot share to the public. Not knowing the family and them scraping money. Scraping money to secure their loved ones in Venezuela. When Saieed talks, Saieed is a this, is a that, is the next, take that. Put it in another pipe and smoke it. Because tonight I'm mashing up tonight. I do business who in power, who out of power. Be very careful when Allah come and wrong me. Because I will smell Allah from a distance. And I will use what God gave me to protect myself. Because every viewer of Real Talk understands who Saieed is. Saieed will hit the hammer on the nail head and he do business. As long as it's the right hammer hitting the right nail head. Because let me tell you something. My life, the way I just live my life, straightforward, you know. It's different, you know. And after seeing everything on weekend, what happened there? It just pushed me down the ladder some more, you know. Down the ladder. So now we see who in charge and who had the weights in the back pocket. Over this weekend we saw that. Let me tell you something. I just get my facts. And I am one show that will come straight and hit it. Straight and hit the hammer on the nail head. To let you know, I know you're doing foolishness. Because the media, their job is to report to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension the world. So when the media release something, it's because they went and seek information. They don't just bring it to the table just so. And this is what I just do. I will stand for media in Trinidad and Tobago because I have a show. If I am wrong in something, I am big enough to say, well, viewers, I release certain information which is incorrect. And this is the correct information, and read it out to the public. Thank God, thus far, I have been accurate on everything that I am saying. But I want the public now to understand who they are now. You will understand that over the weekend. In the coming days, you will understand who you are now. And you will also understand who is untouchable. And we will also understand who is above the law. And who is within the law. And who is under the law. Commissioner of Police. No one is telling you how to do your job. I congratulate you on a job well done. But you will need to sit down with the AG and see if you could bring some law better than the anti-gang. Believe me, you need to do that. Because if the TTPS recognize that there are gang leaders in Trinidad and Tobago, and all cannot go after them, abolish that law. Abolish that legislation. You're making sense. Because I tell you all that. If you have something for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to follow, and it's good for Jerry, and it's good for Tom, something wrong. Believe me, something wrong. So to the AG, if you know there's something more to add into it, my friend, add it in. Add it in. You show the public that you brought forth the bill and it passed. Now our commissioner said it's only thus far he could reach. It's only thus far. We can't hang in Trinidad. We can't hang nobody in Trinidad. According to human rights, it is against the law. It is against the law. But in other countries, you get an injection. But we can't do that here. You know why? It's against human rights. But it's okay for a bandit to storm in your house and kill from Saran to Baran. It's okay. So tonight I come out serious, you know. It wasn't about laughing tonight, you know. It wasn't about laughing tonight. It was about making you, the citizen and the viewer of Real Talk, understand what is taking place now. That is for you to understand. How do we go against a gang leader? That was my big question. And no one could have called in and say why we cannot go after them. No one. And I personally know of people in authority look at Real Talk. They look at my performance. They look to see what I'm coming with. And they themselves could even call in. Tonight was not about putting the jam on the bread, you know. Tonight was to let you know it's dry bread. Dry bread. Viewers, we're out of time for tonight, but do join me tomorrow night. This is Saeed, this is Real Talk. Good night, viewers.